see you shiver with anticipation.
But it's not my place to judge why people like a weird thing. I never do that.
Then what are you for?
Treachery to intellectual integrity.
Drooling, blithering idiots.
Absolute moral chaos.
What the is wrong with you? What the What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire.
Patient.
Life is chaos.
Nothing.
Life is sacred.
Welcome everybody. How's everybody doing? How's that green screen working out? No, it's not doing a perfect job there. It's amazing.
I'm feeling a little...
Welcome. My name is Spider.
I'm Alexander.
And
I'm Alira.
hi, we got a guest tonight. It's awesome.
Wait, we do?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's very nice. I'm a big fan of the show. First time viewer. But what are you doing? You have to fuck with the mic now? This is the time?
Drooping.
What happens to the best of us? I hear B12 helps.
It does.
Are you going to hold it the whole time?
I mean, why not?
Oh, man.
I'm always holding it during the podcast.
Best How's everybody doing? Welcome everybody to The Freak and the Deviant. We got an episode negative 35 this week. So it's
Negative
been
35.
They let y'all stick around this long?
Yeah, they haven't kicked us out of any fucking platform yet.
Yes.
Not even a warning of like, hey, you gotta stop talking about dildos. No, we like dildos. It's fine.
I love dildos.
This is the goddamn show.
Wait, you like dildos? You never told me this.
I like
Yes, I did.
I like sticking them in people.
Oh,
That changes everything.
I still wanna
That's
get-
not what I
them in
thought.
you?
Sorry. I thought there was a whole new...
I still gotta get that mold. You gotta link me out for the mold to make an ice one.
Yeah.
Because we
I
have
know
we have a
someone
partner
did.
that's into ice play, and I really want to make an ice dildo for her.
Yeah, ice dildos are awesome.
You can also freeze like a glass one, right? You can just throw that one in the freezer.
I would,
Close enough to
the
ice.
metal ones, the glass one, you have to be a little bit careful with.
Oh, they
but-
can explode, right? Like you said, the temperature changes.
Yeah, just make sure you don't go from like dishwasher to freezer.
Pop.
So yeah, otherwise
Can you
you'll
imagine
crack
that?
your dildo.
Well, imagine if like the warmth of their body versus the ice.
No, it's hot to cold, not cold to hot.
Oh, okay. So that wouldn't
Hot
like.
to cold will make ice burst.
So
I
a
don't
glass
think cold to
dildo
hot
can't
does.
explode in a vagina or an asshole.
It can, but it has to be way more extreme than just sticking
Oh,
in someone's
gotcha.
butt.
So it has to be someone with a fever, maybe.
Yeah, no. That's worse. Yeah, you'd probably
Just don't freeze it and then throw it in the oven.
What the fuck would I do that for?
I don't know. It's you.
Look,
I don't know. It's you.
hey, sometimes I just need a dildo in my oven.
The oven was lonely, you know.
I need a dildo in my oven. Like, and this is not a sexual euphemism. I literally need dildos inside my heating.
This is definitely car mechanics. I have no idea what we're talking about. Car mechanics.
It's all
car
car
mechanics.
All carbon.
And we talked about politics last week.
Yeah.
We're done with that.
Yeah.
All right. So, we got a couple of subjects to get to. The first thing in mind.
Bullshit. We don't have anything.
No, this is not a planned show.
Ever.
It's a vaguely. Let's talk
We
about that thing.
technically have a list.
No, we did, and it was made today.
That's fine.
It was like, this thing pissed me off today. Let's talk about it. So let me tell you what pissed me off today. When I went to Walmart, such a good intro.
It's always a good intro. When
There's
I go to
so
Walmart.
many good things at Walmart.
So if you go to Walmart, you can buy anything, first of all. Like, Walmart is the shit because it's open all night, and you can buy the weirdest shit.
Not all
You-
Walmarts
you-
are...
No, they don't have sex toys. They need to have a sex toy section, for sure.
Yeah, that has like a black curtain on it.
Yeah, like sex shops that have like a
Someone
back.
that stands outside and like checks your ID before you go.
Yeah,
into it.
definitely. That has to be a thing. That Walmart, you're fucking slacking out. Amazon is kicking your ass on that side. That's just happening. Just know that Amazon's beating you
Walmart's
on the
kicking
sex
your
toy.
ass, and you like it.
And they're asking for more. But anyway, you ever notice that any time of the day Walmart has like 2 registers open tops and 12 self-checkouts?
Yeah.
I think they officially traded employees for machines in the highest level. And then what's fucking annoying is that once you did the self-checkout and you did all the work they should be getting paid to do, I just did all the work bagging all my shit. As you're walking out, some annoying lady or old dude has to go through all your purchases and your receipt to make sure you paid for everything you claim to pay for.
It's just
Which-
like, no one ever checks me. Like, whenever...
You look trustworthy, I guess. But it's been a couple times with this particular lady who's very cautious, I guess.
Well, because we have there's a couple people that I guess know us at our Walmart, so they see us come in and they're like, "Oh, hey, it's
They're
you guys,"
not
because we're there
stealing
all the
shit.
time.
Yeah.
And when we leave, we go to hand them. I was like, "Fucking go!"
Yeah, just go. We don't care.
But then this lady,
that just looks at me and goes, and she's like, yeah, because we look like people that would steal cat food.
with a bag of dog food and a couple other things, and she will literally check each individual thing to make sure it's on our receipt.
I legitimately have a Here, fuck.
Yeah, no makeup.
Really? That's what the podcast is going to be about? It? Yes, I don't wear makeup for my
Spider's
podcast
face.
every time. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Wait, you have a face?
Shut the fuck up. But anyway, so I legitimately fantasize about her going, well, you didn't pay for your blah, 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 blah. I want to grab it, throw it on the floor and go, fuck you then. Just fucking walk away. Because honestly, they put the least threatening asshole at the door that doesn't look like they could stop me if I wanted to walk away with all that shit.
Imagine how I feel. No one, they put, the frailest people up at the front there.
That's an old bitch. It's basically a greeter that doesn't greet anymore. They say goodbye by taking your fucking receipt.
Well, she would ask for the receipt. You would just be like, "Fuck you," and just walk away.
Yeah, what's
what
she
is
gonna do? That's an old lady that doesn't do anything. That just fucking pisses me off. I don't know. But I think what pissed me off the most is that basically they're not paying people. And they're trading employees for machines. And what's more important, the self-checkout used to be for people like us who don't want to interact with other human beings when we go shopping.
Right.
Right?
Because it's Walmart, and who likes to interact with human beings at Walmart?
Yeah, hell no. So
you're about as likely to get stabbed at Walmart as you are to pick up,
that toxic street. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's annoying is that now they're forcing me to interact with some awkward lady who doesn't know how to do anything else but to check receipts and look if you have the thing.
I just want to when they check
That's
it, I just
infuriating.
want to start slowly screaming, just a high pitched yell.
Now, every
As
now
they're
and then
checking it.
they have a little machine that scans the receipt and scans the product and see if they match.
If it's on there.
This bitch had that machine, and I know she doesn't know how to use
Because
it.
she was looking at the receipt and looking up and down trying to see where it said fucking cat food.
Yeah.
And
Which it might not
cider.
say. It might say the brand name, and you don't fucking know how to read.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why they bothered putting a person
start
there.
ugly crying,
I
yes.
agree. Yeah, just start ugly crying.
I could just trigger a panic attack right then and just start flipping shit.
Yeah,
No. Get really close to them and start breathing heavily.
oh, baby. You smell good, man.
No, if you get super close, act like you there's something up, and you just walk up to them and you start it'll
Yeah,
probably,
closer to the podcast.
yeah,
You might turn a few people on. That might be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I just
It says, I always try to leave behind someone else. I don't think I understand that one.
yeah. So
Yeah.
if they're checking another person, you just walk right behind them so that they don't
Oh
have time
yeah,
to
so
check for you.
they're checking someone else's. So someone came up behind us and they
Yeah,
just
because if
waved
she
them
gets a
along.
fucking line, she's going to get fired.
Yeah.
Probably,
Right? Like, there's a line of people waiting for that. It's just, again, it's absurd.
I mean, I just walk
They should be-
past them.
For
and
the
assert
record,
myself.
if they're going to
assert
move to
myself.
this particular technique, fucking close all the... There's a massive amount... There's 20-something registers in a row,
Yeah.
all turned off except for 13 or 11, right? It's usually the middle ones for some
The
weird
one right in the
reason.
middle.
Never one by the door.
No.
God, it's infuriating. What is this? I think the checkers are there to find out
what items get stolen most, or what it is that people can steal.
Yeah.
See, okay, if I'm gonna steal something, I'm gonna put it in my fucking pocket.
Not on the cart.
I'm not gonna steal a 24-pack of fucking cider.
First of all, you're a magician. If you wanted to steal something, you could
that
easily
too.
do it. You would be like, "Hey, check my hands. See, there's nothing." And then
I
boom, it's
actually had a
gone.
friend that I was training to do magic, and this motherfucker was misdirect, pretend to drop a deck of cards while he pocketed another deck of cards. He would steal decks of cards from Walgreens. Because there's a little rack full of playing cards.
Yeah.
He would grab 2 of them and then just drop one and keep the other one palmed, right? He just drop one, bent over, and just dropped it in his pocket. And he would do that 4 times. This motherfucker came out with a fucking decks of cards all over his pockets. Motherfucker, those are expensive.
That's why he's stealing them.
Yeah, when I started Magic, I was kind of you could understand that I appreciated cards more when I was starting Magic, because that was all my money. I would buy $6 and that's 2 decks of cards, and that's those are the cards for the month. I didn't have more.
Yeah.
But like now I have so many unopened
Yeah, you do.
decks waiting to go. Cause
Yeah, that like the one collector's one that's just like in the middle that will never be opened.
yeah, that's a $400 deck of cards. It's called the Black Ghost, and it's the first edition. It was a misprint, and they never sold it. It was made by Illusionist, and they never published it for sale, but they gave it away for some contests. And I buy so much from that store. At some point, I just want it. And I was just like excited as fuck. And the other one, it fell off the shelf for some weird. Somebody might have slammed the door or something. It fell off the shelf, and I think it ripped the packaging on the top. And I'm like, oh, but I'm not gonna resell it. I just know that I never opened it.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna resell it. It's also like there's dust and it's been aged. I bet the cellophane is a little damaged, but it's fine. But anyway, the other subject in mind, I saw a post on Facebook the other day, and I love how people do this, and sometimes it succeeds, sometimes it's legitimately a dumpster fire. But a friend of mine posted social experiment. It was you want? I mean, I'll read it all out unless you want to do it.
No, you can. I thought you wanted me to.
He's never done it, so you go through this. Unless you don't feel like reading. Oh, okay,
It's
fine.
a lot of reading.
But it said social experiment.
I would love to read it. I would love to hold your phone right now, but I'm currently holding a mic.
I'll say it all out. You don't have to. It was set on the table nicely. I don't know why you're doing this to yourself.
Because I didn't feel like leaning over because my back hurts.
Got it. All right.
And it's like,
I'm sure it's sensitive enough
If
to
you
still
lean
hear
it,
you.
I can pull the whole table back if you want to. If you lean it back on the table the way it was like there. Right? Is that good? And then just pull the table.
Y'all gonna fuck some shit up, and I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Is that good? Is that good for you, baby?
I'm fine. I have nothing around me moved.
It was a sex
me.
joke. Never mind.
Was
You
it
missed.
good for you?
No.
No.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, and I'm so sorry.
You made me come fine. It's fine.
I made you drink a shot of my cum. Don't choke. Don't choke. Swallow.
I'm sorry. Hold on. What did I miss? Is there something you two need to tell me that I don't know
She
about?
fell asleep during the last podcast.
That's right. You did.
I'm very curious about this.
Let's
What
pull
did
up.
I
Let's
miss?
pull up the video of the last episode.
Okay, so last episode.
You describe it. I'm gonna go and
All right,
pull this
so
shit up.
I had. We were discussing how much that I could ejaculate in a single ejaculation. What is
Okay.
my average for my ejaculate? And Spider had me measure in a shot glass, and so I poured a mysterious white liquid from a particular decanter into a shot glass, then measured how much my semen that was. And then he took a shot of my jizz.
Of the same amount, you wanted to measure it. So this is the actual episode here.
Here we go. This is gonna be.
Oh wait.
This is just last week's episode. Oh god.
We're referencing a previous episode on this episode.
And then kind of take the challenge and see who wants to swallow that.
That's.
I fucked up. Hold on.
Spider, you want to swallow it? Here we go.
Alright. Cheers.
Don't be gay. Just stick it in your mouth.
Good try.
Damn.
Wow.
He wanted to make me gag at it.
Okay.
But yeah, so that happened.
Okay.
He made a why is it not?
Yeah. So
gotta be
I can come quite a bit, and apparently,
apparently
I
he-
almost fill a shot glass.
Yeah.
That
So-
that looks terrifying to me. Like,
Right?
as
It looks like a
someone
lot,
who
doesn't
gives
it?
blowjobs, if that much went in my mouth, I would choke. It would come out.
Imagine
my
if
nose,
that
and I'd
much
probably
went in
spit
your
it out
vagina
everywhere.
and then you had to clean it out.
Ew.
Right?
That you're not gonna make it to the bathroom with that. It's gonna be running down your leg. Like that's just gonna happen. There's no stopping that. You're like holding your hand there.
For those
like,
of
trying
you
to
who
keep it
are
from
wondering
coming
why
out.
we're laughing a little loudly, it's because his partner's sitting in the room listening to this and having to be quiet. So that's awesome.
Just as a nod, so that they can't see, is everything that
Is he lying?
is everything that she said accurate to what it happens?
You want to say? Of course.
It is. Like I said, I have to wear condoms while masturbating because
That's how the conversation started. It's like I go through some comment. It's like you have that much sex. Like no, I put condoms on while masturbating. Like do what? Why? And now I know because I've taken.
It was about 3/4 of a shot glass.
Yeah, for those of you who are not watching and just listening, it happened on the last episode. right after we finish talking about politics.
Yeah,
for
right,
sure.
right after we finished all.
How much was it? It was about 3/4 of a shot. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
it was about 3/4 a shot. If I'm on a good day, I can fill a shot glass.
Oh my god.
On a good day.
All
Well, you
milk.
said that if you eat for bananas, I think you said.
Yeah, anything with any amount of potassium in it will increase my sperm production.
And look, Kelsey Lau is watching.
Hi. I was trying to share it.
This
It's
is
not
meta.
working.
Anyway, so a friend of mine posted social experiment: monogamy versus polyamory and why. Which I believe this is one of the first subjects we got into.
It was one of the first
But
subjects we talked
what is
about.
more fascinating, this is definitely a social experiment in my opinion. This is 160 some comments deep now. And I haven't seen a single argument there. No one's arguing. This
Yeah,
is
no
my
one's, like,
opinion.
fighting.
No one's fighting. This is the weirdest
Well,
shit.
yeah, it's because-
about 50-50. Like 50 people are monogamous, 50 more. But they're like they give their point and get the fuck out. And then there's some shitty people that are like polyamorous people are just fucking sluts and blah blah blah. Right? And no one gives a shit. They
No
move
one's
on.
commenting, no one's fighting,
They
like-
move on. They move on. It's like fuck that asshole. That guy doesn't like polyamory. Fuck him. Let's move on and get the rest of our opinion. It was beautiful. And I'm going to read a couple of those out loud because it was amazing. I love the first one is monogamous because I don't like to share.
Fair enough.
Classic.
That's fair.
That's totally...
That's fair.
I disagree.
That is a fair point. If you don't like to share, monogamy. There you go.
I disagree, but it's
Yeah, some people just don't like to share.
some people don't believe people can be shared.
I mean, that's fair. But
Namely, me.
You have a right to your wrong opinion. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, next one, this is tricky for me. I'm into sharing my man threesome-wise and done. Usually never see him again, but I can't do the whole three-way relationship. See, that's a triad. That's not necessarily polyamory.
Well, no, not quite. Well, because a triad is a type of polyamory.
Yeah.
But that's basically saying that like they're okay with like sharing a girl for a night, but she doesn't want that girl coming back consistently.
Yeah.
She doesn't want him having a relationship with that girl or them having a
Correct.
relationship with that girl.
So
But-
that's something I'm noticing a lot. A lot of people are like, well, I'm into threesomes, but I'm not into
See, I still
sharing.
feel like that would be monogamy. That would still count as monogamy.
Right,
Monogamous
like it's
with
just
your
a sexual
partner.
thing.
Well, the thing is that it's not monogamy technically, right? If
Yeah.
you're sharing it, it's not monogamy being two,
That's
Yeah.
true.
right? Anytime that you add someone in, it's going to fall under polyamory. The thing is that it could be what you would consider a more monogamous version of that polyamory.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
It says monogamy, less people, less bullshit.
Yes.
That's actually a decent argument.
That's fair. That's
completely
fair.
fair.
Less people, less bullshit. There you go.
I have no idea how to answer this question. You're not supposed to be here. Mostly monogamous, although I have no moral hang-ups about poly or other lifestyles as long as everyone is having their needs met.
Which is
Yeah, it's
one of
fair.
the cornerstones of
And
poly.
then me, I just jumped in as like poly because people are not property, so they can't be shared or taken. Comparison is a good thing, and I don't believe any one person is perfect for another.
What
but
if
they can get
asked
pretty
to be
close.
treated as property?
Huh? But that's a scene.
That
That is not a
less money on
relationship.
food. Oh
Less
my
money
god,
on
yes.
food. Yeah.
That was something somebody said. One of the comments here was is monogamy being outdated or is that a style?
Out of style,
and I'm
yeah.
like, in this economy, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Polyamory is very useful economically.
As we're about to move in a partner to fucking help.
Yeah, it's so useful to have 3 people participate in the economy. It just and then somebody takes a turn off to watch, especially when there are kids involved. Somebody takes a turn off to watch the kid, and the other
Yeah.
one so you go
Something
to
that I wanted that you just came up. I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit.
Go for it,
from
go for it,
here.
go for it.
So you were like, but that's a scene, and I go, at what point is it not considered a scene? So if someone wants to be treated as property, right? Someone wants to be treated as property.
Yeah.
If it goes long term, at what point does that no longer considered a scene?
I consider that an abusive relationship.
Well,
No, but if the person wants to.
But if the person wants to.
There are people that want
It's
to
still
be
an
treated as
abusive
property.
relationship by design, but that's not. I mean, doesn't mean without consent. I mean, it's.
I mean,
Consented abuse?
theoretically, consenting. I mean, that's what.
It's also
That's
illegal.
BDSM.
Like,
BDSM.
consenting abuse. Like if I'm hitting
not-
someone who wants it, I mean, technically.
God,
it
that's
is
weird.
I mean, it's an interesting thought process. I'm not. I
For
don't
sure,
think
I'm not
any-
against it. This is why I like this. Again, there's a lot of. You would think it's monogamy, polyamory. No, there's a bunch of sidetrack shit in here. including.
Give me. I want to find the one.
Okay.
That one comment.
Yeah,
The
go
one.
for
There's
There's
one
a comment that was fascinating.
pissed me off. Y'all can keep talking. I'm gonna find it.
it. Yeah. So
I mean, it might stem from religious views.
somewhere in there, I saw that chart that I show you. There's a chart that
Yeah.
is like a Venn diagram, but completely incorrect. Like it's just.
it's silly.
It's a bunch of different rectangles overlapping and shit, and it connects things that are not even connected, and then isolate things that shouldn't be isolated. There's like, what is it? God, I can't even think of.
I
some
think
of
when
the-
it's just like Polly because I'm a slut.
See, that's fair. That's honest.
Fine. That if you're a slut and you want to do
And then
poly,
on the complete
go
opposite side
for
of that,
it.
monogamous because I hate the thought of another dude's dick stank on my girl.
That pisses me off.
It's called a shower.
It's called the shower. Ever heard of that?
I make him shower every time he comes home.
That's a rule, yeah.
I do. Every fucking time.
I get it. Like I get it. Fair enough.
Me too. You kind of feel after sex usually, so you
I mean,
don't want to be sharing that shit around.
I only have sex with one person, so you know I just let the stank on me and just let it muster. And...
Okay, here it is.
I got him. Yes, I did it.
Okay. Both. I like to be monogamous in a relationship itself, but when trust is established, bring women we both like and approve of, who we know will not harm the dynamic, into our playtime. We both have voracious appetite sexually, and we are both dominant with women.
See, that
is
a
unicorn
unicorn
hunting.
hunter.
That is a unicorn hunter. That is, we'll bring someone in as long as they're not going to affect our monogamous relationship.
And that is wildly frowned upon,
but-
even within the BDSM and polyamorous scene. Unicorn hunters are the people who are not one of us, but just just pretend to be one of us to get the benefits of it. Does that make sense? That I don't know.
I mean, here's I guess someone, Liner Rod chiming in. What if both view each other as each other's property, not like an item, but bonded to one another?
That kind of makes sense.
That makes sense.
It all stems from religious views, the people who can understand polyamory. We actually talked about that earlier, too, that it seems to be a more religious thing.
Yeah, somebody posted that in there. That was one of the comments here. Monogamy is definitely a religious construct. It's more natural to be polyamorous. Most animals are polyamorous. There's very few animals that are actually monogamous, but and you can't say that's religion. So, but they have their reasons to
There
be
are
monogamous,
also monogamous
right?
animals. There
There
are
are-
they're like mate for life animals.
There's made for like.
There's few of them.
There's very few, but they are there.
Yeah.
I mean,
And they didn't read the Bible, so who the fuck knows how they did it? How did they arrive at that conclusion?
well, there's the thing. It evolved to that point for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So
Somebody posted, "I like pizza." I'm with you, bro.
I mean,
Mom-
Definitely,
Poly-
you're
Wait,
correct.
wait. Eating pizza is polyamorous.
What the fuck? Please do explain.
You never eat the same pizza. It's never the same pizza. You never
Shower
have
thoughts,
the same
okay?
pizza twice.
Dude, I swear I'm not high.
That was
But
it.
this one time. No.
So Gene Simmons used to say that when he talked about he wasn't talking about polyamory. I don't think he knew the term, but Gene Simmons is wildly known to be a fucking slut
Right.
and collect pictures with every female, and they're Polaroids. That's how long ago this started.
Oh, monogamy probably stuck for so long because lack of contraception.
That's
that makes sense.
very much
Because
true.
you don't want to have like 8 babies with 8 kids, and they made
Absolutely.
lots of babies back then.
Oh, and there was a thing that we're talking about. Dolphins are polyamorous because that is a self-protecting mechanism. Because a girl will fuck anybody, because that will force every male to protect every baby. Because that could be mine. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know what I mean? That
Are you saying all dolphins look alike?
Or with partners who wouldn't be good parents. Hello! Absolutely, yes. That is actually 100% our relationship.
Wait, what does
Because-
that say?
Or with partners who wouldn't be good parents.
That's true. You don't
I
want to be a mom.
necessarily want to be a mom. I will absolutely help with the kid. I'm not going to put the kid in situations because I don't want to be a mom.
Yeah.
But we have had partners in the past that like really want to be parents.
Yeah.
And they will just like jump in
They'll
and be
jump
like,
in and be the
oh,
mom
I'll
job."
pick him up from school. Oh, I'll watch him. Oh, y'all go out. I don't give a shit. Like I want to be with the baby. And it's like, cool. You watch the kid. I'm going to go do shit.
Yeah, that's a thing. There's some people that are fit for parenting and some of that.
I am not.
I'm both.
You are a good dad.
When I am a dad. But when I'm not, like when I don't have
But you
them.
will also drop everything for your kid.
Oh, probably.
Like that's the catch. Is there are parents out there that my kid's sick at school. Okay, well I'll be there whenever I'm there. And then there's like, oh, your kid's sick. Okay, I'm gonna finish what I'm doing right now, and then I'm gonna leave and go get the kid.
I would leave a party if something happened to my son. Like,
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I could be in the middle of an orgy. I get the phone call, that'd be awkward.
Right, and that's...
I get the phone call, hey, your son, oh, sorry guys, I'm not coming today.
And that's what makes you a good parent, because there are people that won't.
What does that say? I'm a very religious... Somebody read that for me.
I am very religious and don't get polyamory, but it's also none of my fucking business. I mean, hey, can't argue with that.
You don't get polyamory? We're explaining it pretty well.
No, but I means like I think he means more like from a personal standpoint. Like he doesn't feel the same way.
I need to light another coal, boys. Do you guys want shots?
Yes,
Would
please.
You like shots?
I want a shot. He
Okay.
doesn't.
No, I
You
don't.
do not want shots.
But
Honey-
I
honey
could
jack
go with
okay?
another
Honey jack okay?
Unidentified soda,
unidentified
soft product.
soft product.
Okay.
Brown
we
fizzy
have-
drink.
Do you have preference?
I'll do honey jack.
Honey Jack. I also have Vanilla Crown.
Yes,
Honey
she
Jack
meant
is?
yes.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise her.
Keep it easy. I gotta get out of here without knocking shit over.
But yeah, some of those lines were fascinating to just see. One of the comments in there was, "I expected a dumpster fire, but everybody's being so reasonable here.
Yeah.
Everybody's being respectful here."
The thing is that it's there's a lot of live and let live.
This is actually very impressive. This is a person in Houston, so I'm assuming everybody here is probably local, or at
So,
least
like,
around the area.
decently local,
Yeah. Monogamous simply because I've been married to my husband 29 years. Jesus fuck. I have no desire to be with anyone else, and I don't share well at all. See, why does everybody go to that? I don't like to share.
Sir, would you like spicy vodka?
Oh yes, let me try that. We bought tamarindo vodka. Tamarindo. Oh, you know what that is? That you're Mexican. Hey,
Yes.
2 of those.
2 spicy vodkas.
Yeah, it's actually very sweet. It's a sweet, spicy vodka. It's actually fascinating. They really capture the taste
What's
of
it called?
tamarindo. Tamarindo is, if I'm not mistaken, a fruit or a seed. It's a kind of candy. It's a candy flavor, but it comes from, like, I've actually gotten it from trees straight up. And it's actually fascinating.
I really enjoyed. Something I miss about living in the old apartments and kind of like hanging out and stuff like that. I actually miss going to like HEB and getting like the different candies and the different stuff.
Because HEB had the Mexican
they had the
candy,
Mexican
yeah.
candies and stuff. And you're like, hey, try this, and then I would try it and I'd be like, wow, this is really cool. The coconut bars,
The
are
flag, the Mexican flag.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I love those.
Interesting.
I'm very much a sort of like the way people bond is with food.
My thing is people bond with alcohol.
I mean, alcohol too.
This
but-
is something since we started hanging out years ago, that was the first thing. Let's get fucked up together, and boy, did we! What we used to drink like fucking Kraken and tequila, mango tequila. God, I miss that.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Mango tequila was the shit. What does that say?
Don't like to share your partner. It feels like a violation of the bond of marriage because infidelity is so high in today's society, and you feel inadequate if your partner would rather be with another person.
It's not that they would rather be with another person though, and it's also not sharing per se. Again, when your partner, this is an old view of marriage where you own the person, and I don't believe in owning people. It's just not the way I look at relationships. However, I don't believe is written anywhere.
Well, it's about as much as my cum.
Oh my god! I'm glad I poured a half shot.
That's amazing.
Not what I want to
That is not half a shot. That is
No, this is a
pretty
full
much
shot. This
No,
is,
I poured me half a shot.
oh yeah, this is about
So I don't
3/4
have
of a
to
shot.
think
This is about how
it.
much he comes.
Yeah.
But no, babe, there's somebody explaining that like don't like to share your partner. You want to read that as somebody who doesn't
don't like
understand
to share your
polyamory.
partner feels
Yeah,
like a
we just-
violation of the bond of marriage because infidelity is so high in today's society, and you feel inadequate if your partner would rather be with another person. So I can speak to that very, very personally because I am monogamous in a polyamorous relationship. Yeah, it is a feeling. It is a feeling of inadequacy. It's something that it took me a lot of time to get over, and I still struggle with it pretty regularly, depending on the situation. But ultimately, I have come to find in being in this relationship that there are certain needs that I can't meet, whether it is a higher level of BDSM, because I have a relatively low pain threshold when it comes to that, whereas he does like to inflict slightly more pain, and he does have partners that prefer that. Also in the sense of the kid. You know, it's sometimes it makes more sense to have a partner that wants to do the at-home wifey things, but that's not my thing. But I'm also the going out partner, so like we go out and party, but then the other partner chooses to stay home and take care of things around the house because that's what they prefer.
Yeah. Oh, we have a girl that comes here and just with no questions, she starts cleaning.
Yeah, like that's
It's
what she
weird.
does. She
Some
likes,
people prefer doing certain things. Now, here's an
you send
interesting thing.
that my way.
Right? So here's the thing. This whole, for two things. Infidelity is really high in today's society. That is almost by design. People naturally want more than one partner, and they prevent themselves from it because that's the way they were brought up. That's what the religion says. That's what the bond of marriage means to them. This is something they want, but they tell themselves that they can't have.
And I mean, it's
a very common thing.
I have been cheated on in one way or another in almost every monogamous relationship that I have had. And it's definitely, I guess it's kind of a cop-out where it's like, you know what, okay, fuck it. Like, I'm going to do this poly thing. At least I know where he is and who he's with and when he's coming back. It's not, oh, I have to work late today, or, oh, my friend needed me to go help them move, and, like, I don't know what's happening. So
there's less faith involved, I think. Less. I hope he doesn't do this.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what he's doing.
Gonna tell me because I told him we could.
Well, especially with like our schedule with me working early and you working late,
Yeah.
I could be concerned why you're out until 2 a.m. every night. I know you're going and hanging out. You're, going to karaoke.
I have friends
and
at
stuff.
bars.
Yeah, and I know that there's people that you may or may not go home with, and I know I'm going to get a text message so that I don't wake up freaking out if you're not home.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that big of a deal.
It's a very simple rule, yeah, I think. But it's one of the... but the other thing I was talking about is just something that you brought up yourself from talking to a therapist, or I think you just came up with this on your own, which is, if you feel inadequate, that's not your partner's responsibility to fix. That is you to deal with your own insecurities.
Absolutely. If I'm jealous or I have feelings of inadequacy, I'm very vocal about it.
Yeah.
I definitely let him know.
It's important that I know,
Yeah.
but it's absolutely not my job to fix.
No, and I mean, yes, there is always going to be some level of, wow, I forgot the word. What were we talking about earlier?
I have no idea. Cheers.
Can you
Giving up something to help the other person.
Oh, compromise.
Compromise. Wow, I can't believe I forgot that.
Compromise.
There's always going to be a
Thought I'd throw that
level
in there.
of compromise because,
Oh, that is spicy.
like,
Oh, that tastes delicious, though.
like there are cases where like he'll meet somebody.
It's good, right? It's tamarindo. It's straight up tamarindo. It's amazing.
That he'll meet somebody that like I'm not super familiar with, and I'm all like, hey, so before y'all progress in this relationship, can you bring him over? Can I get to know them a little bit better? Which does put limitations on him on when he can go do things.
Well, it's that moment thing. The things that happen in the
things
moment.
happen in the moment. But then at the same time, like if there is a situation where something does happen in the moment and I have a jealousy issue about it, we discuss it and we talk about it, but I'm not going to put it on him like, well, now you can't go out anymore because you don't do this thing.
Straight up punish people. That's something that I've been in relationships that they do that.
Yep.
Now you can't do this or that because I said so and I feel uncomfortable with you. They're like, no. This is no longer my relationship then.
Yeah.
Like now I'm your comfort. What do you call it? Like I'm your therapy.
Yeah. Like I make you do what I want so that
so that I feel better about
my
myself.
needs are met, but fuck yours.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the same issue with one of my exes that he got mad.
Monogamy is, in my experience, a selfish thing. Either way, honesty is more important. To be upfront, it's important.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily selfish.
I have heard people saying, I want to be monogamous because I'm selfish.
I mean, yeah, but
almost everybody here was like, I don't like to share. Which
Fair
is
enough.
selfishness, yeah. But
I mean, I don't like to share either.
I don't think it is inherently selfish.
I don't think you see me as property, though. You don't think you're sharing me, per se.
No, it's more so that I'm sharing your time with other people, and I want all of your
I think
time.
it's
That I see.
Not you as a body, but like your time.
Speaking of which, thank you for sharing your time with us.
Yes, thank you.
I know you're exhausted from work and you're here listening to us do a couples therapy here.
Yeah, so I actually think some of it, not everything, I actually think monogamy does somewhat come from a fear. So a fear of not being adequate, a fear of, because it isn't necessarily selfish, right? You wouldn't think of it as your fear as being selfish.
No.
It isn't like that. I don't think it is inherently selfish. I think it is inherently a portion of your brain, right? We are designed to be more down on ourselves than
He has to deal with that shit on the daily.
Oh yeah.
So
every single.
Well,
girl
I'm not
is better
particularly
than me in some
confident
way.
either. You literally have to convince me that I'm attractive. Like, and I have evidence. There's so many females telling me that, but I somehow that doesn't click in my head. I never grew up being the attractive kid, right? I've always been the weird guy who creeps people off.
I was 350 pounds for a long time.
And then before that, well, you were a hot piece of ass. Don't give me that shit. You know what it's like to be the hot piece of ass everybody wants.
True. That's true.
I
do
to this
remember.
day, I have not really what do you call it?
What if you don't have the
patience
patience?
for more than one partner? I mean, that's a thing. That is
Oh
an
no,
absolute
that's
thing.
fair. If it comes down to convenience or patience, or you know, you don't have the attention
Or
span,
time.
Because
yeah.
that's something that we come across all the time because we work opposite schedules. Is there are people will ask for his time and he's like, look, I haven't been home in 4 days, or I
Yeah.
haven't seen her in 4 days because of our work schedule.
That's too
I
nice.
don't have time
That's literally
for more than one partner.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? It goes work, home. It takes
Yeah.
so much. Like
how often do
effort.
you guys have time to be alone?
When I'm not sleeping,
How many hours a day would you say that is?
probably about 2 or 3, maybe.
2-3 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
That's, by the way, that's
I
if
mean,
we don't go shopping or if I don't do chores.
Because that's
or if I
chores
don't
and not
do,
that's not time alone.
Yeah,
We're talking about quality time.
quality time, maybe an hour a day.
An hour a day.
Yeah.
Would you be down with an hour a day? I don't think that's
I don't see you for 5 days.
yeah.
So yes, if
But
I got an
but when
hour
you
every
see
day,
me-
absolutely.
But when you see me the entire day.
Right.
Right
I
now we
get-
have the same days off. We spend the whole day together.
Yeah.
Which is what we've done today.
Right. I just love my partner so much. I couldn't even imagine wanting to do anything
Aw,
without her. There's
I'll see
something
you
I wanna do
Saturday.
that she doesn't. I don't have. That's what my friend's rough.
Yeah.
And-
yeah.
That's definitely we do
Absolutely.
we try to do everything together.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not asleep because I work at 8 a.m. Yeah, we absolutely try to do everything together. But he has a 6-year-old, so there are times where we can't find babysitting, or I've had a long week or something. So I mean, there's times we can't do stuff, and I personally don't feel, mostly because of his last relationship and how she had handled it, I don't feel right keeping him home. Like, well, if I can't go, then you can't go. It's
Yeah.
just not fair.
But there's also there's something to be said in poly or in monogamy where if you and your partner fulfill each other's needs completely and wholly, then there is no reason
Good for you.
there
I
is no
absolutely
reason-
agree.
'cause-
I think that if that's the truth, absolutely stay home.
I know a couple who is like that.
I do too.
Like they complete each other and they are perfect for each other,
And it's sickening.
and it is
It's so
it is like
fucking gross and cute.
wow.
I hate it.
Oh my
Props
god.
to you.
Oh my god, our platonic friendship's just poly relationship with no sex.
Yes.
Yes, sit out. Yeah, absolutely.
We actually
It's
have
my
a
life.
really close romantic relationship with another couple that is like
We're not
our
having
best
sex with.
fucking friends, but we're not having
I
sex
just
with them.
I love this. Is my life just poly with hella dudes?
Yeah.
Don't-
Yes.
It can
I don't
be.
Yes.
fuck. Is my life a lie? Yeah, I enjoy this.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so I don't, again, polyamory, you might be misconstruing what it is. You're thinking open relationships. Because
There's a
polyamory
difference.
means multiple loves. It has nothing to do with sex. So
Well,
I have been with
It could have something to do with sex. but-
okay, it can. No, but I'm not saying it has to be.
Yeah,
so
it
the
does
thing
not
is,
have
I
to.
have met people that will say, "Fuck whoever you want. You only love me." Right? That's a certain type of polyamory or open relationship. Fuck anyone you want, but come back home to me. You love me.
Right.
The moment you have feelings for someone else, now we have a problem. Right? Now, polyamory in general means multiple loves. That means you can love multiple people. And I believe most people are capable of loving multiple people. They just only have sex with one, which I understand that. But you can definitely have dozens of platonic,
All the bromances.
yeah,
All of them.
bromance. Yeah, you're as much my boyfriend with no benefits as I could possibly get.
I have lots of
Thank you,
girlfriends.
Spider.
But yeah, it has nothing to, that doesn't affect your relationship in any way. What does that say?
It makes no sense why I can't be poly. I can't separate love and sex. They are synonyms.
They,
makes sense.
ooh, that is interesting.
Here's
Can't
another
separate
one.
love and sex. There's love, there's sex,
I mean,
and
that
there's
makes a lot of sense.
romanticism.
Well, it makes a lot of sense biologically because love and sex are actually connected chemically.
Chemically, yes.
So-
Sex usually triggers the chemical reaction.
It does
to,
make sense that you would be unable to separate those two. I'm assuming I would actually say that a lot of people can't separate those two.
Oh, I can't. That's part of why I do end up with
You're
what
picky.
no, I mean, I'm picky, yes, because of that, but I also, I am a monogamous person, so, like, I can pursue very platonic, like, cuddly relationships with other guys.
As long as it doesn't get to the sex.
As long as it gets to the sex part, because that's where it gets kind of weird
Interesting.
for me. But, like, when you have sex with someone else, that's where I start getting panicky because it's like.
Do you feel like I might fall in love with them?
Oh, I'm absolutely terrified someone's going to take my place. Absolutely.
It's so weird. Because
Absolutely.
this is one of those things that in polyamory you don't replace your partner, right? You add to it. There is no removing. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm describing it right.
Because it's someone else that's filling another need, and I logically understand it, but
you got feels coming
I got
your way.
yes,
You got feels coming
yes.
your way.
So it's one of those things where it's like I feel like if you're having sex with this other person, like you are giving your heart to this other person to an extent.
Guarantee you, I do not fuck with my heart.
Fuck off.
Usually,
But
my penis.
I'm flipping you off.
Oh.
For those who can't see it.
For those who
I'm
can't see
flipping
it,
you
it's
off.
just flipping me off.
But it's one of those things that's I relate sex to love. So I feel like if you have these other relationships, these are people that you are giving your love to.
You do not.
I ejaculate love blood.
You might want to get that checked. That is not natural in any fucking way.
Nathan posted a comment.
Oh, I didn't even look at Facebook.
Partners that want to keep me to themselves, but they don't want to share me, but want to have their opportunistic fun on the side, cheating, which seems to be a common selfish concept. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
that is toxic as fuck.
Yeah. So that is.
I've been there too. Yeah.
Yeah, that is someone who is being toxic. Like instead of it being something that has been discussed and is very open, and actually talking about it, they are actively trying to be selfish and they are actively trying to control your life.
We actually know a guy who is like in a monogamous relationship, but he had this like side partner that he was cheating with, and we all knew he was cheating. Like he took this girl everywhere. We were like, this is wrong. But when Spider showed interest in the girl, he was like, no, she's mine. And it's like, you're monogamous. You shouldn't have another partner anyway.
Well, he had two, and that one was your ex.
Yeah.
Just so you know who we're talking about. But
Okay.
but
Okay, I know
like
who we're talking about. I now know who we're talking about.
Connection.
He brings a new girl to the bar, and I'm like, she's kind of cute. Is it okay if I put my interest, like I think it was like pursue her, I think it was a word.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And I'm like, so then your ex, I'm assuming, he was like, no. And I'm like, whoa, you're claiming both of them as only yours?
Yeah.
That's not what poly is, bro. You're definitely doing something wrong here.
But he
and
will
then sure
openly
enough,
say
I
he's
talked
in
to
a monogamous relationship.
Yeah. Then
with
sure
his
enough, I talked
girlfriend.
to the actual girlfriend. It's like, no, we're monogamous. She doesn't do it. And apparently, that second girl told the main girl that was happening, and she didn't believe her.
She didn't believe her. She said she was lying.
Yeah.
Oof.
That is insanity.
Oh.
How honesty got in the way somehow.
Yeah, no, they're poly, but okay, so they're poly, but they're also
No, he's poly, she's not.
Well, no, it says the comment.
Oh.
They're actually poly. It's very manipulative. They're poly, but they're also
You can actually
Yeah,
still
if
be
I
a
was
polyamorous and a cheater,
yeah.
which has happened. I've heard of people like, how did you manage to be a cheater?
Well, the thing is,
but
that
they do it.
Cheating is just simply a breaking of the rules.
Dishonesty,
right?
yeah.
If someone who's cheating is someone who, it's easier to cheat in a monogamous relationship because the rules are very clear and cut.
This is a good show.
This is the poly show.
We're getting a really good episode out of this.
So
it's fascinating because we're getting this feedback, and I'm learning a lot from that perspective. And then you have the fact that you're here is very helpful because
And I'm glad I'm here for this one because it makes sense.
I wouldn't have handled it very well myself.
In poly, there are other rules. I had a relationship where the rules were very simple, and I still got rules broken on me. The rules, I had two very simple rules, and both of them were broken at one point, and that is as much cheating as it is in a monogamous relationship of you sleeping with another person, right?
Absolutely.
If the rules get broken,
if you set a simple rule and it gets broken,
you are cheating the rules. You are cheating.
Well, shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, you can cheat in a poly relationship just as much as you can cheat in a monogamous relationship.
Absolutely, yeah, no. Cheating is also a breaking of the rules, and he was talking about marriage, about the violation of the bond. Mm-hmm. I believe that might be somewhat, very weird vocabulary.
Well, it depends on the thing is that
similar to what we're talking about.
People more or less make their own bonds. Right?
Moral of the show: don't fucking lie. Absolutely, poly, mono doesn't matter. Don't fucking lie.
Don't fucking lie. That's such a simple
it's
rule,
so
isn't
easy.
It? Don't be a cunt.
Don't be a cunt. Oh my god. Like
That should be printed on a shirt.
Don't be a cunt.
Freakingdeviant.com. Don't be a cunt.
Get that going. I want one.
I'm on it.
Get it on my leggings. I want
design
don't be a
it.
cunt.
Oh, you
on
want
my
to show your
leg.
leggings on the
Am I
podcast?
showing off my
Yes.
leggings? Can I stand up? Can you stand?
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll see it. The other
Okay,
side.
the other side. The side.
The freaking Deviant. She's wearing the freaking Deviant leggings with the logo on her knee right there. It's getting chroma keyed a little bit.
Getting chroma keyed just a little bit.
my shoulders have been chroma keyed this entire time.
Right?
Yeah, it's fucking.
Well, the other side's like completely green.
Which is weird. I think I
So
have
it's like
neon
you
green
can't
and
see
it's
shit.
not getting chroma keyed.
That's
Yep.
so weird.
I'm awesome.
That's weird.
Because I'm wearing this bright yellow
The
t-shirt.
yellow gets chroma keyed, but the neon green doesn't. That's very
Yellowish
strange. But yeah, so that's don't be a cunt. And that was an interesting thing about polyamory. Just the last thing I'm gonna say about this, I think. Jim Jeffries once said, "If there was truly only one person capable of loving you, you're a cunt." What a weird perspective, right? That only one person can ever love you the way you want to be loved. No.
Well, okay.
7.6 billion people last time I checked.
Right, so like let's look at that perspective. If there's a person out there that can love you completely, they're not gonna live within an hour of you. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Oh yeah, you found them 2 miles from your place.
Like,
Oh,
what kind
definitely.
of cosmic thing puts y'all in the same place and you're just fucking perfect? It happens very rarely, but it can happen.
I don't think it actually happens.
I really.
I think
Oh,
people.
no.
I think
I know
people
this
convince
one
themselves.
couple-
I think what it is not necessarily you're thinking too complexly. Simple individuals.
I think you interact with 1,000 people in your lifetime.
If you are just a hole, a circular hole, there should be a circular peg
There's
out
a
there.
bunch of pegs that make you.
Yeah.
And we know about pegging. I get
It's
it.
a feeling.
It's a
yeah.
Simplicity makes the numbers more feasible.
When you know, but you can also know and be wrong. People knew the planet was flat a while back, so
I don't know.
know.
Way back in
Also-
Grecian times, we kind of knew that.
you.
But okay, so when you know.
I got some capitalized shit over there. For real, you're telling the truth. There should be
No problems.
no problem. Yeah. Please
People get married and they went to the same preschool. Yeah, that shit's fucking crazy.
Oh, that is creepy as fuck.
Like they dated all through middle school and high school.
That makes more sense, actually.
When they marry the person that lose their virginity to.
The thing is that the more time you spend with someone and the more memories that you formed with the individual, the more compatible you will be.
Oh, is that why this is a thing?
Yeah, no.
We've been best friends for like 10 fucking years now.
Yeah, no. The thing is that you have to remember, people mold and memories mold. You are not the same person you were at the start of those 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years ago, you were a completely different individual.
Yeah, I was willing to be monogamous for someone.
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
So there's the thing, is that the longer you've been with someone, it isn't necessarily that people, you find the one true person. It's more like over time you have molded to be perfectly compatible with one another.
That makes sense.
And being together on their life path together the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's the thing, is that the longer people have been
But see,
together.
this it stings to the frog in the boiling water thing. If you've been there long enough, you start to think that that's the only way it could be.
Possibly.
I've seen people like that. Well, I've always wondered what it felt like
It's always a changing commitment.
to fuck this way or that way. And like, did you ever mention it to her? Well, no. Me and her have this thing. I don't want to name names, but
Don't name names. Don't name names. Don't name names.
The blonde
Just
one
say
with the
person.
douchebag with the
say
expensive
person.
car. I forget his name.
Person.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, because like I think she was telling me I want to do this. I want to do some kinky stuff, and he only wants to make love. And I'm like, I can help
wanted
you
to
there.
experiment with BDSM, but she had never actually.
But she
told
never
him
tried it.
that.
She's been with that guy since.
They've been together for 10 years.
Yeah, way too long to have ever done anything outside of that, right? And then she comes to me and is like, I like to do this and this and that, but he only wants to do like, I mean, I can help you there, but you need his permission, right? And then randomly a comment gets by where I said something. He was trying to like shame me for not playing a particular video game or watching a particular movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, have you lived? And I'm like, bro, how many threesomes have you had? And it was just a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But I have definitely had more than him. Just checking the kind of guy he is, right?
You always gotta tell her all your freaky shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shirt. That's a goddamn shirt.
Okay, I'm gonna start writing these down.
I'm gonna write that shit down and make sure.
We're making your comment a shirt. You win.
We're making your comment a shirt.
You win.
I'll give you something nice in our D&D game.
Oh, he'll get a free one if he invented it, technically.
Oh, yeah, you'll get a free shirt.
We'll give you a free shirt.
Yeah, for sure. What does that say? They know each other...
Whole lives, and they had no other partners, but their senior... But when did they start
Should I make this
dating,
general
and now
neutral
they
and
have-
say
So, what?
Should I make this gender neutral and say they?
Yeah, they. Yeah, probably.
You gotta tell them. all
Tell
your
them,
freaky-
yeah,
okay.
tell them your freaky
Let's
shit.
make it gender neutral.
Yeah, because that's too guide-like to tell
Yeah.
her your freaky shit.
Look, what? I think people are putting words and phrases in my
No,
mouth.
we're explaining it. We
No,
didn't.
it says you gotta tell her all your freaky shit, but if we put it on a shirt, we have to make it
Oh,
gender
you're
neutral.
talking about that. Okay.
Sorry, I was just like
People
thinking
are
out
just
loud.
like talking at me, and it's
We like talking at you. That's our job.
It's-
so. No, I'm just kidding.
What's the other one? Don't be a cunt.
Don't be a cunt.
Okay.
Freaking Deviant.com. I lost my train of thought
And
totally.
it's car
Go
mechanics.
Car, it's all car mechanics. That has to be a shirt. That was like 70
Yeah,
episodes ago.
that was
I don't know how
That
long
was
ago.
like episode like 2 or 3.
Yeah, we started that a long time ago. Should we talk about politics?
That was last episode.
That was last. Okay, we're done
See,
with
I
that.
read your mind. We were on the same wavelength.
What did that
Yes.
say?
So the stream shut down. I was gonna add we should make it gender neutral. I got you. I got you.
We got. But no, so I've actually seen couples that met each other. So they're their first time. They're the only person they ever had sex with, and every now and
I
then
did.
you hear this little hint of like, "Why I always wonder what it felt like to do this," or you know what I mean. And of course, like, but I could never with her. Oh, we're talking about that relationship where she wanted to do some kinky shit, and then when I made that joke about like how many threesomes have you, like, I'm trying, and he did this face, and was like, she won't let me,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wait, she wants to do kinky shit, you want to have a threesome, and you guys haven't told each other, so we straight up isolated them. Like, she took him to a corner, I took her to a corner. Like,
Yeah, we had,
you
like,
realize he wants to
conversations.
do a threesome, and you're like, you realize she wants to get fucked harder than just making love, right? And they kind of agreed to, like, I don't know if we agreed to anything, but it was along the lines that
I think
they're going to experiment.
He had agreed to let you do harder shit on her because she didn't want to, but then he wanted to have a threesome with me, but I was like so not interested in
Yeah.
him, so I was like, let's find another girl for you.
Big oof.
Yeah. It wasn't a swinging thing.
Yeah.
But it was more like she wants to experiment, I can help there, and he wanted a threesome, and I'm like, I can probably find you one. That's not the point. But then eventually, like a week later or so, he took it back and is like, no, I don't want anything like. Oh, all right.
Biggest oof.
If
Yes,
you're not
biggest oof.
if you're not
Biggest
one of
oof.
us, it's fine. I was just offering what we can help with.
Yeah.
And
If
then
you-
at some
if you don't
point
wanna
she's
give that to
still-
her and you're okay with her getting it from someone else, I
Yeah.
volunteer.
I mean,
services.
my partner knows all of my freaky stuff.
That's a long list.
It is a long list.
With 35 episodes, I don't think we're done covering them.
No, we're not done. We're not done. The thing is, like, I
is-
get to spend like an hour telling her all of my freaky stuff.
Communication. Yes.
Communication.
Always. Everyone hits it. Everyone knows.
Absolutely,
Communication.
that's a rule.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
So many people know the word, but so few actually do it. I think it's because of the feeling of being judged.
Which is one of those things that we lack. Well, maybe not.
Yeah,
you,
no,
but I don't give a fuck what people
I've
think
been
of me.
judged all of my life.
You are an amazing person.
People judge the
and
shit out of me all the
They're
time.
all wrong.
That is my thought exactly. I'm being judged, but they're all wrong.
Did you know Lenny Bruce was known to do this?
Really?
Lenny Bruce, you know, as a famous comedian who started a movement of like fucking cussing at the crowd as part of his act, right? Like, fuck all of you, you're all wrong and you're stupid. Like that was the thing he started. He was once arrested. He was the last person who ever be arrested for foul language on stage. Last person. One of the last times he got arrested, George Carlin, a young George Carlin, was in the crowd and got arrested with him. Because they arrested everybody that started a riot. It was a whole thing.
Oh, wow.
And they were in the same jail at some point. And then later on, like, George Carlin started doing his own comedy, and George Carlin turned his material completely when he met Lenny Bruce, when he heard about it. So he started the 7:30, the worst you can say on television, and the weirdest offensive shit that he... And at some point, Lenny Bruce like saw his show, passed him a note, and the note said, "You're right, they're wrong." Later on, George Carlin met with Joan Rivers. And she told him a story about like, I once met Lenny Bruce. He passed me a note that says, "You're right, you're wrong." He's like, this motherfucker was doing that to every comedian he met. He was passing in notices. You're right. They're wrong. And that is the inspiration to his. This is my. You're strong enough to be yourself thing.
Yeah.
That I would give that message to anyone, and I did. And
A whole bunch of crowd. Yeah.
a big fucking crowd. We were giving out
way too many
wristbands
people
and
got-
condoms.
Good night, Nathan.
Good night, Nathan. Thank you for watching. What's that? The guy in the middle. Your shirt is becoming the background.
Yeah, he chroma keyed.
Yeah. No, it's been.
It's part of the universe.
Yeah.
I am the universe.
You are the universe. Are you inevitable?
God damn it.
Too soon.
No, I think it's not necessarily.
Just dust in the wind.
It's not always.
You're not even close to talking to the microphone anymore.
They can hear me.
Okay.
I can see
It's
it
because-
moving. I
she's
was
keeping
too
an eye
close
on
to
it?
this one.
Alright.
She's talking into my
Into this
mic.
I was
microphone.
watching. Well, because if I get too close to this one, it goes into the red too much. So I was stepping away.
Fascinating.
I think it's not so much getting judged. It's also an issue of, because I have communication issues sometimes. You're afraid of the outcome. You don't want to bring it up because you don't want to know what the other person's going to say.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, you're afraid of being judged.
It's the same thing, yeah.
well, but if I say I want to do this and he's like no, and it's like, oh, okay, well I can't do this.
I mean, I say no to you a lot, but to be fair,
More so when I'm trying to bring home puppies.
you keep puppies and fluffy, stuffy toys.
Giant stuffies!
That-
All of them.
You just first of
Thank
all,
you.
that's money, and that space in my house is not that big.
And you love my giant teddy bear.
That
so
one
fight me.
grew on me. It definitely grew on me.
He loves my giant teddy
We
bear.
have a
It's the
teddy bear
best ever.
that's bigger than this motherfucker.
It's as big as me.
It's a massive fucking toy.
It's big.
It's a huge
It's a
stuffy
big teddy
bear. However, I because you put it in the couch
wanna know-
and it takes like 3 spots on the fucking couch. However, you can totally sleep on that bitch, so it's fine.
Best stuffy
I
ever.
want the giant Snorlax.
Yes! Please!
The truth shall set you free. That was a religious thing.
There is a Lapras too.
There's a Lapras.
There is a Lapras, and I
want one.
need it.
I know what I'm getting.
I need it in my life.
So there's something I need to cover in this podcast that I meant to, and I know it's gonna be awkward.
God damn it!
But do you ever have a partner that just knows you so well that when they don't want to fuck you for too long, they know what to do to make you finish as fast as possible? This is what I meant when I said up, up, down, down.
Your Konami
The-
code.
He has a Konami code.
She knows my Konami code.
That has to be a shirt.
Fascinating.
There
that's
a specific
that
thing
is-
that I can do in bed that like.
We're not gonna describe it at all.
No.
We're not giving hints to
No,
anybody publicly.
But like, there's a specific thing that I can do that I know he's gonna come in like less than 5 minutes. So when I'm done, I want to go to bed and I'm sick of your shit. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it, and I do it, and I go to sleep, and I'm like, I'm done.
That is a thing.
It is the best
was-
thing ever, and I love
The
it.
first time she did it begrudgingly, I was kind of mad, but I'm like, wow, she knows.
I have literally been like, you know what? Fine, I'm just gonna starfish you. Oh my god, you're taking too long. You know what? Fuck it. Does the thing. I'm done. Goes to sleep. My job is
You ever
done
heard
here.
of that? Starfishing someone? That's something we need to talk about at some point.
I absolutely will. He will be trying so hard to have sex, and I'm like, I don't want to. I'm tired.
Hey,
I
look,
had a
she
long
knows
day.
the Konami code.
There you go.
Up, down, down, left, right,
B8.
But
That's
yeah,
the Konami
he'll
code.
be like
yeah.
trying like super, super hard, and I'm like, I don't want to make. You know what? Fine. You know what? You're gonna fuck a dead body, and I will just flop.
Yeah, that's something that it's not hot,
But then, like, sometimes because I'm flopped, he's not getting off because I'm flopped and it's not sexy. And I'm like, you know what? Fine, I'm done. And I do the thing, and
And
then
it's
I
just-
go to sleep.
boom. And I'm like, what? Okay.
Yep. Cheat code. Absolutely.
You know
and
the
I
cheat
love
code
it.
to just finish the sex session as soon as possible, and that is very weird because I
Yeah.
didn't know I had an up, up, down, down code.
And I take
But she
advantage of
knows
it very often.
Yeah. Sometimes like I'm trying to like make her enjoy it. It's like, no, this is just for you.
This is for
This is for you.
This Konami code is for you.
Yeah.
But it's like because every time we have sex, like he's a wonderful partner. And he has to make sure-
That's a good start.
I will give that to you. You are a very considerate partner, and you want
It's
to
like
make sure.
it's like talking about like your old car. It's like it was a great.
Yeah, it's a great car.
It's like 30 something years old and it has a lot of mileage on it, but it's a great car.
That's not a lie, actually. That's very fitting for this situation. He always tries to make sure that
It's just car mechanics, guys.
It's just car mechanics. He will try so hard, and I am very difficult to get off. I will admit that. I am very difficult to get off, and I will get tired before I
you
do.
shave? I need you. Can you give me some tamarindo shot, please?
Wow.
Just bring the bottle here.
Don't go in front of the camera.
Don't get in front of the camera.
Just bring the bottle in.
We're live, thank you.
So he will try, but I'm very difficult to get off, and it takes a while. And there are times
does
where
it?
I don't care. I don't want to come. I don't give a shit. I want to go to sleep. So it's great to have a fucking cheat code, just because, like, once he's done, he passes out. So I'm just like, cool! You go sleep. I get to go to sleep. Everyone's happy.
I don't know about you. I get pumped after coming.
It depends.
Yeah, I've done both.
It's like sometimes
There are
he's
times that
fine.
I jerk up when I wake up, so that I wake up. That one, you want a shot with us?
I'll take one.
Yeah, bring a
Go
shot
for
glass in
cameras.
here. Don't get in front of this camera over here.
Oh, well.
Like,
Hey, what's up, man?
Don here.
You get fired?
No.
Well, good.
Okay, we are live on a podcast, guys.
We are live on a podcast. We have visitors here. We're about to take a shot here.
I will not be taking.
No,
a shot.
he's not. He's sober, isn't it?
Schedule's real fucked up.
Okay.
Okay. If you
Keep your comments to the minimum with a
if
microphone
you'd
sound.
like to go find a shot glass, here
Yeah,
you
find a
go.
shot
You
glass.
boys have fun.
Just bring it here and cheers.
If you guys are listening to us or watching,
Hey, give me
if
the
you guys
bottle.
want to drink,
Oh, I was gonna bring it back here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go.
and you guys want to drink, we will have a cheers.
Yeah, if anybody here watching, yeah. Take a
Do
chat with
cheers.
us.
You don't have to
Come
take
shot.
one. Yeah,
Whoa.
come shot. I mean,
That's awkward.
give me a shot glass. I could probably roll one out real quick and just find something to drink. If I ate like 2 bananas, I could.
Oh my god.
I want to know how long it would take you to fill that up.
Probably
One
like
day?
like a day.
What the fuck?
No, you cannot take my pretty bee glasses
You
and test
fucking
it.
freak.
Yeah.
Deviant,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
deviants.
If I don't jerk off once a day, it is bad. Like it is like a full.
Oh, does it,
shot
like,
glass.
overload?
Yeah, no, it overloads. It's like a shot and a half.
I
There are
want
times where,
to
like,
be
it
there
just-
when your autopsy gets done and like,
All right,
whoa,
go
this
get your
dude's
shot. We'll let you know when we're ready.
seeming-
Let us know when you're ready.
Who?
Okay, Kay's gonna get a shot.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
good.
Get your shots. Get ready.
Mine's
We'll-
poured. I love that it's green so you can see through it.
Get your mysterious liquid that is clearly not.
That
meant
is
for-
definitely not
Oh
Bailey's.
my god.
Yeah. So
Bring me the honey
there
jar.
have been times where like I finish and
Shit.
like
This is becoming a party real quick.
yeah,
Absolutely. This is gonna be fun later.
I like finish and it just doesn't stop. Like it
just keeps coming?
It just keeps going.
By the
And
way,
I'm
how
just
many
like-
squirts is that? Is that just one squirt, or do you have like?
No, it's like a lot.
Because I know when I masturbate or have sex, there's usually like a 2-3 squirts.
It's
Alright, she's
usually
good.
it's usually like
All right, give us a second. We're waiting for the other
7, 8, maybe 9 sometimes.
9 squirts.
Yeah, sometimes.
Wow.
It just keeps going.
Sorry.
That is
I am
insane.
so sorry.
It's about I think 9 is probably the max I've ever gotten with it, I think.
That is insane. That's just.
That sounds terrifying.
It sounds like you're a fucking freak. Like something's wrong with the body somewhere. Is it the B12? Maybe the B12 you're taking?
I mean,
It might affect it. I have no
pumped.
idea.
I am pumped when it's B12.
Do it.
How many times have you come in a day?
Five.
can-
I think 5's my top.
I think 4 or 5. I think 4 or 5.
I think the 5th one had no jizz whatsoever.
Yeah, it definitely decreases the amount
Yeah.
that I.
Yeah,
that
I have had. Where's the other bottle? She wants some.
Stop. Thank you.
Hammer time.
I realized
Wow.
that was a bigger shot glass.
It is. That's
Yeah,
why
it's
I
a
told you to
thicker.
stop.
It's thicker, you know.
Yeah, I think definitely the more I come, the less there is.
Yeah. No, I think I believe I've had sex like 5 times where the last one had no jizz whatsoever.
Yep.
I had to confront boss, and all he said, the district manager wanted people off. And I'm thinking,
Interesting.
Motherfuckers.
I'm thinking,
It's the
Work
cost of
stuff.
money. Is the
Work
cost of
stuff.
money.
Sorry.
I was blunt about it. Like, what? They don't have enough money?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Sorry. It's keep it.
You get what I was going for.
You want to hold your shot over here?
I already drank my shot.
Oh, you drank it. All right, never mind.
Okay.
Give me.
All right. So I guess it's just us. All
Yeah,
right.
it's just us. All right.
all right.
To the freak and the deviant.
Cheers.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Cheers for the new year. Last time we had
Cheers.
drinking.
To
this
the
time we had
virgins,
the
thanks for
cheers.
nothing.
That was a comment being sent by someone about B12, but I didn't.
That was a
wasn't
text
able-
message
Ah.
that popped up. Yeah, someone texted you.
Oh, that was some here.
Yeah, B12 is something that, if you guys don't know, definitely take.
Oh no! So this person actually said, by the way, ever since you told me I might have memory problems, I've been taking B12, and I can say I remember a little bit more now, most things, but are super fuzzy.
Can I take a
So
sip of your soda, please?
So this friend of mine I know.
You didn't get me an extra one, remember?
Why didn't you yell at me? Oh my god!
So I have a friend of mine, and
Good, I'm gonna get a beer.
every now and then, it's because I met so many weird people that it's fascinating. Sometimes I connect dots that I never thought about. So I had a friend of mine that told me like, well, I don't remember this and that. Like, you were not drunk then. How do you forget that? And they were like, memory problems, B12 deficient. You were the one that brought that to me because I think you thought one of my friends also had that. And I'm like, you might want to look into that. So apparently she's been taking B12 and apparently has been helping.
I feel like the worst person in the
So
world right now.
completely
I am so sorry.
completely self-diagnosed, but
Yeah, if you
B12
definitely go get it checked and
So-
tell them to check it if you can, if you
It's-
have the money for it.
yeah, some people can't afford a doctor visit.
Yeah,
but
if you
I also
can't,
have
if you can't like take it, see if it helps you. But if you can, tell them to check into it.
yeah, it's definitely.
Mine was really bad in an extreme case, but
and
they
you
don't
lost
normally.
like 2 years, right?
Yeah, I lost like 2 years of memory,
That's insane.
and you would not want to have wanted to know me during that time. I was like always like, it was like I was always high. Like that's how I acted. Like I was high 100% of the time.
Interesting.
But I wasn't. I had no substance in me at all. So
was that a particular part of the brain was not
yeah,
clicking?
It wasn't clicking.
That's fascinating.
My memory was down. I was very lethargic. I was, it was bad.
It was bad. So the other thing I was, how many times have you came in a day? Oh, we already answered that.
Yeah, we already answered
I was
that.
just reading comments. So there's another friend of mine that I just noticed. Seems to be drunk at all times, even when she's not drinking.
Yes.
And I was like, this is a thing. And then I took her out to eat once. She couldn't stop burping. She burps like a chronic burp. Constantly, every other sentence. And I was like...
She used to get in trouble at work for that. Like, people would get, like, super offended, and she's like, dude, I can't fucking help it.
Yeah, you can't stop
Like, I
burping.
can't
If
stop
it happens, it happens. No, now here's the thing. Those two symptoms connect, in my opinion, because there is something called an autobrewery syndrome, where apparently too much yeast in your stomach might actually make alcohol in your body.
That's interesting.
So you're constantly getting drunk because your body makes alcohol.
Like if you eat
so
bread.
you have to avoid yeast. Otherwise,
That's
the
interesting.
things you eat might get you drunk.
I would love to have that. I'm sorry. I would love
And
to
I-
eat a bagel and just be drunk at work. That would be the best. Like,
Well, there's
you know,
also
I'm
a
having
syndrome. There's also a syndrome where you orgasm too much constantly. Like
That's
you cross
in it
your
too.
legs and you come.
Yeah.
And there's people that lose their jobs for that shit too.
Like with our job and how stressful our job is, I would love to be like, you know what? I'm having a shitty day. I'm gonna go down to the coffee shop. I'm gonna get me a bagel. I'm gonna come upstairs and enjoy the rest of my
enjoy the
fucking
rest of the day.
Like, fucking please.
Does that increase your blood alcohol level?
Yes.
It does.
You can actually get pulled over for drunk
So
driving.
this has happened in very few cases. Has been discovered that like a guy gets stopped and goes to jail for being a drunk driver or whatever. It's like, but I haven't drank all day. And at some point, his wife was monitoring him the entire day and saw him get drunk after supper. And it's like, but he didn't drink. We don't have alcohol in the house.
Yeah.
And he was drunk. And sure enough, at some point they did the tests and stuff, and there's alcohol in his fucking stomach. He has blood alcohol that's absurdly past the level. They're like, how did that fucking happen? It's like, well, we ate bread and this and that. It's like,
They had spaghetti. They had
Yeah.
spaghetti and got drunk.
They had the thing that made that the brew. So they have an auto brewery system. Their body basically processes the food differently and turns into alcohol in their stomachs, which means they're getting drunk without wanting to. And again, I met a friend that burps a lot, and always sounds drunk.
Always.
Has
Like,
this
she'll,
fuzzy talk.
You'll like go to talk to her, and it's not even an event. Like it's just you're out hanging out, and she's just like so not there.
I mean, did you tell this person?
Yes, I told him please look into this. This is very interesting.
And she was
Did they
super
get-
interested in it.
Did
She
they
was
get
like, "Oh my
back to you on that?
Yeah,
We haven't heard back from her
not
yet.
yet.
Oh, I'm
But
excited.
that's just
Please let me
fascinating.
know.
I would
Please
love
let
to
me
know that
Yeah.
this is something I
We'll
just
let you know if we hear anything.
by looking at some YouTube videos and stuff. I clicked two pieces of information. And go,
That
you
is
might have that
fascinating.
Yeah.
because I think it's just
That'd be weird for kink, because normally you're not allowed to be drunk and kink at the same time. But
Yeah.
like, what happens like if
I don't
you
even think
just
she's into kink.
are drunk?
You don't eat bread beforehand.
I mean, that's
That's
fair.
pretty
If
much.
you know that it's a thing that you have, you know.
Well, I mean, when
not
you have
to
anal
eat.
sex, there are things you don't eat beforehand, like Taco Bell.
I mean, actually, you might want to eat Taco Bell if it like really
Because it cleans you out before.
So like you eat Taco Bell like a long time before, so you just like get rid of everything.
That's interesting. All right.
Taco Bell tummy.
Taco Bell tummy. God damn it.
I had that the
You
other
definitely
day.
don't want to eat Chipotle beforehand.
Oh!
Looks like a
You don't want
crime
to eat
scene.
Chipotle anyway.
Fuck Chipotle.
Freebirds,
Free
all
birds.
day.
Free birds for the win every time.
Absolutely.
I don't
The
like
hell
their
with
chicken
Chipotle.
as much. Neither like
The steak, man.
I mean, I
The
like
music. The
Yeah, but-
motorcycle popping out of the ceiling. It's always good.
the thing is like I don't like their I like Chipotle's chicken better.
So
I wish I could get like Freebird's like burrito and then like Chipotle chicken.
my big issue with like Chipotle versus Freebirds is like Freebirds has more options because you can get like the the
Different rice.
roasted
Yeah, but
garlic and the tortilla strips and like the lime juice and like
Yeah.
Chipotle just doesn't have it.
I can't do any of that.
And guac is an extra.
I get
Well, guac's
three
extra anyway.
things.
No, it's not on Freebirds.
Oh really?
Nope.
I get three things on a burrito because I can only allow 3 things for my
Extra calorie counts
my
and stuff.
eating.
Rice,
Gotcha.
chicken, and
Rice, chicken, and cheese. That's
cheese.
it.
Fuck a Chipotle. Fuck it.
Fuck Chipotle. Fuck
I
Chipotle
like
on your ass.
Chipotle.
No, I'm definitely the dumb.
Why
bitch
are you
that's
saying it
like,
right?
Chipotle.
Because everyone else is saying it wrong.
By the way, we like Elodie now.
It's elote.
Elote.
Okay,
You know what
so
that is?
Spider introduced me to.
You know what elote is?
Elote, which is basically like a corn cob, but it's like
Oh,
Mexican
yes.
corn.
I know what this is.
Elote.
It's like a different kind of corn, but
Oh,
it's
I
not
love
like
the stuff they
It's
put
called
on
white
it.
corn because it's not the corn that we
yeah,
find in America.
So it's a different
It's
kind of corn.
Mexican
It has
corn.
like a more mild flavor, and then it's got like mayonnaise
It's
and
tougher.
cheese.
Mayonnaise,
and it's got
cheese, and,
this, like,
and,
sauce.
Chili
on
pepper
it.
sauce.
Yeah,
on
we
it,
actually found. We made that into a dip one night. For,
Oh, that sounds amazing.
That sounds
for,
good.
we had elote chips, and we
Oh
made
yeah, most
the-
chips are made of corn. Yeah.
We made the actual stuff they put on it into a dip.
That
and
sounds
then we dipped it.
bomb as shit, and I
Fascinating.
want to be involved in this the
It
next
was
time you do it.
really good.
Okay,
It
Dibs,
was really good.
Dibs, you do that again, I want to be there, like straight up.
Like we were doing D&D, we had those chips. We should do that tomorrow.
Do me a favor,
We
taste
need to
it.
do that.
You don't have to take a shot, but just taste the actual. It's delicious. Like it's tamarindo flavor.
it's an interesting flavor.
Very, very
but
good.
yeah, so he introduced me to it,
I
and
would
I
buy
know that.
more.
I've had that.
Yeah, tamarindo is a common Mexican candy.
I've had
Um,
that.
so-
No, we've had that before. That was
This alcohol?
no.
The candy itself, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
You had me buy that candy.
Yeah, probably.
so he introduced me to
That's delicious. I
elote.
love that stuff.
And one of his favorite things to do, because he's an asshole, is that he likes to make me say things very white.
Well, no. I just make you say them. You say them white because you are.
I say things weird. I make up words.
Say,
so-
say,
No, I'm the weird one that can actually pronounce it correctly.
Say
but
taco.
chooses not.
Taco. So what?
put
you
like
know-
7
Do you know
H's
how to
in
do
there.
a
It's-
soft T.
Taco.
Okay.
I can
There
do
you
it,
go.
right?
You know how to do it.
I know how to do it, but I'm not gonna say it that way.
I mean,
so,
I'll say it correctly, Spider. You ready? Taco.
There you go. Grassy ass. I broke them. I win. Okay, so I say things weird. One because
You don't say them weird. You use white and have an accent.
Well, but I do say things weird. I make
Say
up words.
jalapenos or fajitas.
Well, I
It's
don't
just-
say that. I will say jalapenos. But so he was like, "How would you say this word if you did not know what it is?" And first I was like, "Elote." But then I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
no, that
elote.
sounds weird. But I was like, no, elote, because it's got the E at the end. And
Elote.
he thought it was super funny. So now
So we
instead
call
of
it elote.
It's elote.
Yeah.
But I'm not allowed to say it when we go get elote.
Oh, no,
because
you're gonna
he
get
doesn't
kicked
want
out.
them to get mad.
You're gonna get kicked out.
Because
Don't
there's
do
this
that.
place that's like...
There's this hole in the wall Mexican joint that's straight out Mexicans, and they're fucking surprised there's a white girl in here. So
I'm
this
not
bitch
allowed
says
to say
elote. We're gonna get
when I
kicked
go
out.
in there.
That's not okay.
But
It's
yeah,
offensive.
It's a thing.
All right, so we're almost out of time. We got 5 minutes. I really want to get to the videos that we had in line.
Oh, the games.
So
Yeah.
this is going to be
Okay,
interesting. I
so-
don't know
Describe
what-
it- describe
I don't
it
know what's
while
going on.
I have an issue with game advertisements. We have an issue with game advertisements.
I have a rant.
So game advertisements advertise wrong, but there's another game that advertises with these like little videos. Don't do that one first. Do
I'm on it. Give me a second. I
okay.
haven't
Pull them
opened
up
it
and I'll
yet.
show you. They're inappropriate. They're super inappropriate. So like, do the scroll up. Do the not stuffing. The not stuffing one is perfect. Yes. They're fucking inappropriate as shit. These are for games. Okay, so just watch. Like, so they're talking. He's
Yeah.
telling some story. He's acting like he's all fancy.
There's no audio, right? Like
Yeah,
they're
there's
not
no
talking.
No audio.
It's just
The
music.
girl goes under this table, and all of a sudden he just freezes. He's
Oh.
getting a blowjob under the table. It is a thing that is happening.
That's Santa Claus? No, that's a guy dressed
It
as...
just continued. Do the better pill.
Yeah,
The
this is
better-
really weird.
Okay, this one, they're at a bar hanging out, and they're talking, and she points away, and she...
Oh, she roofied him!
She roofied him! No, now he points away, and he roofies her!
They changed color. The drink changed color.
Okay, do...
And that's it.
Okay.
Lily's Garden, play now.
do,
Motherfucker, what?
Scroll down.
What is this?
Scroll down. Just scroll down. We're not done. Or scroll up. Okay, do the size queen.
What is
Okay,
this?
this one is a girl and her friend, and they're sitting there talking.
What is
And then she
this?
points at a guy, and the other girl's like, no, tiny penis. Points at another guy, and goes, giant. These are advertisements for
The pregnancy test thing.
the pregnancy test one. Yes.
What
okay.
the heck is going on?
No, just watch. So she tells the guy she's pregnant. He runs away. She's crying on the porch. Oh no, he left me because I was pregnant. Then she looks up and she's all happy and fucking cleans off the pregnancy test because she was lying.
What is this?
This game, okay, do you know the games where like you do the home
The game has
renovations?
nothing to do with this, by the way.
You know the games where you do the home renovations? Where like you like change the furniture
Yeah,
and change
yeah,
the wall?
yeah, yeah.
That's what this is!
Jesus.
This game has nothing to do with the advertising.
The ones, okay, so the ones I hate are the really cool puzzle-looking games with like the Save the Princess or whatever.
Yeah.
And like they seem really interesting, and then when you go play the game, it is like the collect the coins
Yeah.
or the.
So it's the games where it's like you have like the images at the bottom, but it's like what item would you choose to fix this thing?
I agree. It's very, very glab go gab glab at this.
What in
What?
the green fuck?
You guys don't know glab go gab glab?
Is it blah 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 blah?
No.
No, is that Rick and Morty?
It is
No,
the gab go gab glab.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, that is something that you can look up.
Well, cheers, guys.
I'm so confused right
Unfortunately,
now.
we can look it up afterwards, and then we
Yeah,
can talk about
okay.
it next
We'll
Describe
talk
it.
about
We
it
get
next
2
time.
minutes.
I'll
Describe
be
it.
here,
Okay.
so we'll talk about it next time. if I go to
Imagine
sleep.
a large, poorly 3D rendered worm of flesh singing about how much he loves books.
So children's stories that we watched when we were kids?
Sort of, except way, way worse.
Okay. I'm sorry, like Schoolhouse Rock shit. Like,
Nice.
Yeah, poorly 3D rendered giant flesh worm.
okay. I need to know about this. This is a thing
Yeah,
I need to know about.
it's an old meme, oldish meme.
Oh, we have one more thing to watch.
Oh, yeah. one more-
yeah, so I was gonna finish the rant. So
Go for it,
I
for it.
hate the ones that were like it's a cool puzzle game and then you go to play the game and it is not an actual puzzle game. It is like a build your own empire game or a open the boxes game or something like that. So
Spider, what are you about to make us watch?
all right,
That's
so,
something his girl just suggested we watched
So this
and
is
react
apparently
to.
an eggplant and peanut butter challenge.
Yeah.
I know where this is going. Oh my god.
Eggplant and peanut butter.
So this is the eggplant and peanut butter challenge.
You might need to move your head, Baymax. Baymax is gone. Oh my god.
So they're holding an eggplant. That doesn't even look like a fucking eggplant.
So they're holding an eggplant like
That looks like corn.
on their crotch and they're licking peanut butter off it, so it looks like they're sucking it in.
And it's all girls.
Wow, it's all girls.
All I'm going to say is that these people are clearly amateurs.
You gotta learn somehow,
Hey
though.
man, peanut butter is difficult to get off. It is sticky.
It's also bigger than any dick I've ever
here's the
fucking
thing,
seen.
if
It's
they
also
would-
bigger than a dick.
Look, here's the thing. If they were just... Look at the girl in the middle. She knows what she's doing. Like, she clearly knows what she's doing.
She pulled. Yeah, she pulled her up. That's brilliant.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, if you know how to do this thing.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
She knows where she's at. Yeah.
Spider, we need to buy an eggplant. This needs to happen.
That has to be one of the party
I
games.
need this.
One of the party
yes,
games?
absolutely. This
Don't
is the
have
thing.
me play, I'll win.
Baymax is holding the eggplant. He's not allowed to play.
I'm not like...
Spider, you have to lick Baymax's eggplant.
I'm gonna leave that there. On that note, we're completely out of time, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Anything you want to say before we finish?
Follow me on Insta at AliraLay. That's it.
Life is chaos.
Nothing is sacred. Bye,
Good
guys.
night, everybody.